I'm gonna finish this applesauce. One, because I'm hungry. Two, because I just deleted the last video that I did. Which for you is a good thing. For me, just pissed me off. But it's a good thing for you because I could just go through what I wanted to go through a lot quicker since I did my practice round. So my first time traveling with P, she's 3.5 months old. She's actually now, we just got back 2 days ago, so she's almost 4 months. She'll be 4 months and 3 days. First time mom, first time traveling, first time baby traveling. In my mind, I don't want to be the woman with the screaming baby on the plane. So let's go through this. I booked with Southwest, which I debated, looked all over the place. For the amount of the ticket to where I was going, and for the fact that they had 2 free check bags under 50 pounds, hands down, decision made. Because as a new mom, in my head, okay, I need to take all this crap for her, and I need to take all this crap for me because I'm still a woman, even though I broke out while I was there. You know, beauty products, blow dryer. We were going to the beach, sunblock, sun lotion, tanning lotion, all this whole bunch of stuff. And then of course clothes, which right now is just a bunch of dresses because I can't still fit a lot of things. It's just getting on my nerves. So it was a lot of different things that I wanted to take to make sure that she had everything she needed. I wasn't losing my mind, and I had everything that I would need. And this is actual need of stuff. So going for a week, I have my diapers from Sam's Club. So they come in this big pack, and it's 2 rows. So I had to take a whole big pack of those because I didn't want to run out of diapers. A new pack of wet wipes because I didn't want to risk, a half a pack or something like that. So a whole new pack of wet wipes. Different stuff like that. Breastfeeding, so I had to bring the breast pump. Had to take a couple bottles because if I'm going to put that breast milk somewhere, it needs to go somewhere. But I actually nursed her a lot from my breast, so I didn't have any milk stored or any pumped, which I have to get back to doing when I get home. So it was a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to take. My biggest bag, you have your luggage with the bags that are like big, medium, whatever, small. I had that filled with all of our stuff. So all of the material stuff like the diapers, wet wipes, blah, blah, blah. She's small enough where my clothes and her clothes fit in the second largest suitcase. And the large suitcase was actually just 50 pounds even. I was sweating balls about it being more than that. So what I did was, and which really was helpful, was I took my wrap, put it on, and I wore her, as they call it. So she was in her wrap on my chest, and I pushed my computer bag, which I took because I wanted to make sure it was with me. The airplane had Wi-Fi. If I had to pay $8, Southwest, I still think $8 is awesome, for Wi-Fi, to put on Bubble Guppies, great show by the way, musical geniuses behind that show, to get her to be quiet. So I'm not the lady with the screaming baby. I was willing to pay for it. Downside, I would say, is it's always a hassle. And this is not a Southwest thing. It's just an airport thing. But it was overwhelming for me to feel like, okay, I got to get through security. That means that I have to take the laptop out of, and I know some people have tablets, which is great. I don't have a tablet yet. But take the laptop out of the bag. Put it in a separate bin. Take my shoes off. And I wore tennis shoes because I didn't want to wear flip-flops. I didn't want to slip. I didn't have a dress on. I'm not wearing heels. So come out of the tennis shoes. Take the car seat out. Flip the car seat over. Take the stroller. Break the stroller down. Put the stroller up. All of that shit. But people were really, really helpful in the airport, which I appreciated. And even strangers were helpful. There was a guy in Fort Lauderdale, young man, had a little gray patch right here. I think brother had a little gray. He was younger than me though. Baby, but raised well. Shout out to his dad, who I tried to tell him what happened. I'm sure he explained it, but he came out of the blue, asked me did I need help. I took the help, which I'm learning to do, and helped me get my luggage off of the carousel in Fort Lauderdale at like 2 in the morning. So Cassius, if you ever see this by chance, thank you so much for your help. It was appreciated. Little stuff like that is a wonderful, wonderful thing that men no longer do. So your dad raised you very, very well, and I, as a woman, am proud of you. Just so you know. But I But if he wasn't there, I would have figured it out. Put the baby here, get what I needed to get the luggage, all that stuff. And if you actually have a wrap, it is really helps you function, so you can really make sure the baby's in there good and tight. And it's almost like being pregnant again, just in your chest, because they're usually like up here, and you do what you need to do. So for me, the wrap really saved a lot. And what I did was 2 luggages checked. I don't own a scale, so I was praying because I don't want to see the numbers on the scale, but 2 luggages checked. And then I had the small luggage, and I had my computer bag, and I put my purse in one of the big luggages, and I took my wallet out so I could just keep it with me. And I had that in the computer bag with her birth certificate, which you will need to take with you. And you just call the airline and find out what they need. So going there, the flight wasn't full, so I had a row to myself, so nobody had to be by me. And coming back, I had a mom and a young girl who was reading a family Christian book about adoption, which I thought was wonderful. So I'm like, okay, whew, these women actually chose to be the women that are brave and the people that are brave and sit next to the lady with the baby. And I know the mom had her family with her, so I felt like, okay, this won't be as bad as I thought. Because I really did not want to be that lady with the crying baby. So the other thing is, your ears pop when you go in different altitudes. And so you're supposed to give the baby a bottle or something to suck on while the planes take it off to even out the pressure. Excuse me, because we swallow or chew gum or whatever your little trick is to pop your ears when you get on the plane. So they have to do that as well. So a lot of people will wait until the takeoff to feed. So I fed her, but it was like, I guess there were a lot of planes taxiing to take off. I think that's the right term. But she had finished eating, so I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna wake up. She fell asleep. So that was the wonderful thing about the wrap. It kept her nice and toasty. After bouncing around the airport, once we actually got settled, she chillaxed and went to sleep, going and coming. So that was wonderful. She fell asleep while we were in the air, and then she woke up right when we got settled. So that was perfect. So wonderful. Tip I would say is write a list of the things that you need as soon as you book your ticket. So like things will pop in your head. Keep a list in your phone, keep a list on paper. So I kept a list on a little black book on a dresser. So every time I thought of something I did not want to forget, like we were going to the beach in sunscreen or something like that, I would run and write it down. I also took her little mobile, which I have a portable one for distraction, and that did help when I was there. I have a heating pad that I still use because I'm still sore, even though it's 4 months later. And I was using it for one of my boobs had a blocked milk duct for almost 7 days. It got smaller and smaller, but it was still blocked. So I was doing the compression heat with the heating pad for me. She sleeps on hers, so that's 2 right there. Pack of diapers, baby wipes. So I mean, it was just one suitcase, the biggest one, full of stuff for me, stuff for her, baby wash, body wash, baby lotion, my lotion, shampoo, so it was just a lot of crap to take. But just know that there are still good people in the world. They will help you out. Do not be afraid. And I traveled by myself. I know you're waiting to hear like, oh, your honey didn't help you. He wasn't there. He couldn't travel, and he's working and making money, and I needed a break. So I went to go see my god sisters and my niece and nephews. And I just said, fuck it. I figured this out on my own, and I got the hell out of Dodge. So it was actually not as bad as I thought traveling with her. Of course, it could have been worse. One thing I did do was get her ears checked for an infection before we flew, because I didn't want to make it worse if the pressure in the plane was going to adjust it, because she kept tugging at her ears. Different video, she's teething, so that's where that tugging came from. But I wanted to double check and make sure that she was okay, so I didn't want to put her on the plane if that was not the case. And Southwest lets you cancel within 24 hours of booking your ticket, or put it towards a credit. So that was awesome if I did need to cancel. So for me, it wasn't that bad. I stayed, like I said, with my god sister's house, and there's full washer dryer, all the crap. I did take a crap load of burp towels though, because she is spitting up now tremendously. And some clothes, t-shirts, stuff like that, and everything else on that list that I forgot. or didn't want to forget. So, just plan ahead. Think about what you need. I pack and then I unpack because I try to downsize a lot of what I'm taking. But I wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed for her and everything I needed for me. And I enjoyed my trip, and it is what it is at this point. I could say wearing her was great because I got to push the stroller with the luggage and the carry-on bags on the stroller, not the whole luggage, but just the ones that I was carrying onto the plane. I did ask for assistance going to the airport. 2 other people came with me because it was late at night and there was no curbside check-in. And on the way coming back, there was curbside check-in, so that was a lot easier. So the other thing I could say is just keep maybe about $20 worth of ones on you so you can tip, people as you go to help you. I'm not a big cash person, so I didn't have as much as I wanted to. But it was awesome that people in general were just being helpful, and I have to learn how to accept that help. And that's it. It wasn't that bad. So if you want to get the fuck out of Dodge, don't be fearful. Or if you want to send your woman on a vacation, it's not as fun with a baby, but it is doable. And I still think that you can have moments to really relax, sitting on the beach, not watching the sunrise, but watching the sun come up was nice. And it was still enjoyable. It was her first time on the beach and in the ocean, and she was fine with that too. So my baby is 3 months. She has been on a plane and has been in the ocean. So please don't sit and confine yourself to the house or confine your life to not having one just because you have a baby. You just have to tip more people. So one more thing is that I did up my vitamins tremendously being on this airplane, because I know that a lot of the cabin recycling of air and people are just disgusting. I can't stand people coughing in their hand. If you have to cough in your shirt or your sleeve, don't do it in your hand, because then you're going to touch something. I don't care if you have something that is not even caused by germs and you're just going to always be a cougher. Just still cough in your shirt. It just looks better. But I upped my vitamins. I still took my prenatal pill. I took my biotin. And I made sure that I had zinc, vitamin C every day, an extra pill of vitamin C. And this is all on top of the prenatal pill. And it was one more calcium pill. So I made sure that I upped all of that while I was out of town, and took it every day so that I could stay healthy and she could stay healthy. Obviously, she's good with breastfeeding, but I wanted to make sure that I was taking care of myself, because when you go down, everything goes down. So I just would keep that in mind as you travel. Maybe some airborne or some what's it called? Excuse me. Zicam is really good. I swear by Zicam. But this last time I got sick, she didn't feel good, and then I just died. Usually I could feel it and I have a cold coming, but I just died. So I would add that to your repertoire if you're traveling, just to make yourself healthy. I would do it anyway if I didn't have a baby, but just keep that in mind while you're traveling, is to be mindful to keep up your vitamins and keep yourself healthy. Get your ass out of the house, mommies. You don't have to stay there and die, all right? Your life doesn't have to be over because you had a baby.